Call of Duty could see a new golden era within the next couple of years here, and I don't want to get my hopes up because Call of Duty's been on and off within the past couple of years, but this honestly looks promising. I'm gonna link a video in the description from Ecoliespresso where he talks about Call of Duty 2023 already being leaked, and of course these are just rumors, so take those with a grain of salt, even though they do come from a pretty reliable source. But it is also still 2021, and 2023 is still a decent time away. So if you guys don't know, the original Call of Duty Golden Era was from COD 4 to Black Ops 2. The reason it's considered the Golden Era is because those are widely known as some of the best Call of Duties in franchise history, and it was just a solid stretch of Call of Duty where it released good game after good game for 6 years straight. Now we could see something like that, and that makes me extremely happy, and I think all Call of Duty players and Call of Duty fans, we all really want good games back to back to back. There's no reason any of us should be wanting Call of Duty to fail. Sure, it could prove something to Activision on the business scale and business aspect of it, but as consumers, we want good products consistently. Now, where is this new possible golden era coming from? Well, we know next year is supposedly World War II Vanguard. There's still no official information about it yet, but next year will be a World War II game on the Modern Warfare engine, which as long as they have good maps and good colors, this game could actually be pretty decent, but that's not here what we're going to talk about. In 2022, Infinity Ward is going to be back in the reins and will most likely be continuing from Modern Warfare 2019 with a Modern Warfare 2 game. Now, this isn't going to be Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. This will be a continuation of the Modern Warfare story. If you guys have played the campaign, you'll know at the end of the campaign, they talk about a lot of characters that were introduced in the original Modern Warfare 2, like Shepard, Ghost, and Soap. So we could pretty much assume, also based on top of the fact that Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the most successful selling Call of Duties of all time in franchise history, we can pretty much assume that they're going to continue on with the sequel, so we will see Modern Warfare 2, which is super exciting. And then the leaks from Ecoliespresso's video and the sources that he was crediting, there is supposedly in 2023 the next Call of Duty Black Ops game, which is going to be very similar to Black Ops 2, where it's not going to be futuristic with wall running and exosuit movement. It's going to be boots on the ground and near future, which is going to be super exciting to see, because not only are we going to have Call of Duty similar to the Golden Era, we will have Call of Duty similar to the best CODs of all time in franchise history. That means that we have Modern Warfare 2019, which is a Modern Warfare game, which is basically the COD 4 equivalent of this new Golden Era. We have Cold War, which is the equivalent of Black Ops 1, and then we'll have Modern Warfare 2022, which will be the Modern Warfare 2 equivalent of this new Golden Era, and then the Black Ops game within 2023, which will be the new Black Ops 2 game, and then you could look at Vanguard as being the World at War game. So we are pretty much seeing a modern version of the Golden Era of Call of Duty. Now, this is all just speculation still, and none of this is even confirmed because the Call of Duty 2021 has not even been announced officially yet, even though we pretty much know it's World War II Vanguard. Now, a lot of people are probably commenting down below, well, Cold War sucks and Modern Warfare isn't that good. Well, look at COD 4. COD 4 has aged like fine wine. COD 4 was a great game back then, but compared to some of the newer CODs, COD 4 has good maps, but not a lot of good systems in place. Now look at Modern Warfare and Cold War. The only things holding these games back is mainly skill-based matchmaking and the bad business practices of Activision. If you put those aside, the games are pretty decent in Modern Warfare and Cold War, which is why I think they are the starting games of the new Golden Era. The reason I think they're the starting games is because even though some people have them as overrated games and some people have them as underrated games, I think they don't get as much credit as they should be receiving just because they're held back by those bad practices by Activision, whether that's bad DLC models, SBMM, or any of those issues. But if you really think about it, COD 4 and World at War were the Call of Duties that started off the original Golden Era, but no one knew about that this would be the start of the Golden Era until a few years in the future, and that could be the exact same thing with Cold War and Modern Warfare. Both games are pretty decent, they both have issues, but overall they're not bad games whatsoever, but what we realize now is that they might not be a golden era Call of Duty until World War II Vanguard comes out. And if World War II Vanguard's really good, hey, this is a really good Call of Duty, and Cold War wasn't half bad, Modern Warfare wasn't half bad. We haven't received a bad Call of Duty like Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare within the past couple of years. This is pretty good. And then Modern Warfare 2 in 2020 comes out, and then it's like, wow, we are getting so many good Call of Duty games recently. And then the Black Ops 5 or whatever the next Black Ops title in 2023 comes out, and everyone's like, wow, we are in a new golden era. So, but there are still some issues with me hoping for this. And of course, I really wish it does happen, and I wish it would happen the exact way I just described it, where year after year Call of Duty keeps getting better and better and we get better products over time. But there still are going to be issues within these games. With how gaming content is released these days, we know the base content of the game that is at launch will not even be close to the amount of content that we have by the time Season 4 runs around or rolls around within these future games. So the DLC model would have to be reworked, and the games would have to launch with so much more content than they originally do within the past 2 years of Cold War and Modern Warfare, because it takes a couple seasons for the games to get good where there's enough DLC content out there to make it feel like a full game. If they can fix that, then there will be no issue on that end. The next issue comes with skill-based matchmaking and the matchmaking system. If they keep a heavy SBMM within a competitive or ranked playlist, perfect. Then they can focus on making casual gameplay casual. Also, with Warzone integration, we can properly integrate into Warzone with using things with the same engine. I have a video coming out tomorrow about Warzone would be amazing if this didn't happen, and it's going to be me talking about some of the Cold War integration and some of the issues that the Cold War integration brought to Warzone, and how future Warzone integrations could be done perfectly if we see these new Call of Duties use the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, which I think everyone overall agrees with, that the best Call of Duty engine of all time, both sound engine wise and mechanic wise, is Cold War. So hopefully we see all CODs from here on out with that same engine. And of course, when Treyarch makes their Call of Duties, they can keep that engine but make their games a little bit more arcadey, because that's what they're known for. Also, there could be new crashing issues when games first come out. If you look at the launch of Cold War and Modern Warfare, both games were super buggy and crashed consistently on launch. The Cold War's campaign barely worked in cutscenes for some people. So we could see future issues like that, and there could be issues in future Call of Duties that we don't even know about yet, but I'm still hoping for the best. The reason Cold War didn't end out the way it was supposed to is because Sledgehammer was supposed to be working on the Call of Duty for 2020, but then they got booted as a studio. So Treyarch had to come in with a few months left, I would say probably like 8 to 6 months left until Call of Duty was supposed to be launched, and they pretty much had to build Cold War with what Sledgehammer had originally built and then completely change it to suit what Treyarch was doing, which takes a lot of time with not a very large time limit. So Cold War was held back that way. Imagine if Cold War had the 1 extra year to develop its game just like it should have. Cold War could have been running on the brand new Modern Warfare engine, could have way better developed maps, and multiplayer could launch with a lot more content. But because of Sledgehammer being booted, that's where the issues came with Cold War. So hopefully no issues like that happen in the future as well with future Call of Duty releases, where Vanguard gets scratched last minute and then Infinity Ward this summer has to make Modern Warfare 2 within a couple, I would say like 6 months, and whatever they're working on for their next game, they have to wrap up within 6 months. And of course, the pandemic did add some stress and make things a lot more difficult for the Cold War developers to develop their game properly. But I think Cold War doesn't get enough slack as it should for that. But a lot of people also think that, oh, you're a multi-billion-dollar AAA studio, you shouldn't be having these issues. And even though Cold War was technically supposed to be launched this year instead of last year, they still should have had their stuff together. But it's in a very gray area that us as consumers don't really understand, and even those in the industry might find very confusing as well. But honestly, at the end of the day, with the leaks and the rumors going around in the community, I am excited. And of course, I'm not getting my hopes up too high because these are just rumors at this current time. But it would be absolutely amazing if Modern Warfare and Cold War were the start of a brand new just golden era within Call of Duty, because I think all of us as players would absolutely love that. Great zombies content, great multiplayer content, great campaign content, great Warzone content year after year for like 5 years straight would be absolutely amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think will actually happen within this next coming years? What are the issues that we're going to see? What are some great things that we're going to see? What do you guys hope for? And do you guys also agree that we could see a possible golden era for Call of Duty within the next couple of years? Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. Subscribe for more videos in the future, and if there is one, I will see you in the next one. Peace.